Just gonna go through and show you which tomatoes I have planted this year and what is in this bed with the tomatoes. It started with garlic. So the garlic went in the fall. There was some agastache or hyssop that wintered over, and it goes to seed too, so it's pretty easy to have every year. Those are all agastache or hyssop right there. Had to buy cilantro from the store. These are the ones with the garlic with scapes. Look, there's a scape that I missed. I suppose I could pull it off. And these are chives and bulb fennel right here. And then there's 4 types of onions. A basil plant from the store. And I have some kind of, obviously a plane going by overhead, of some kind of little beetle that's poking holes or boring into my tomatoes. I don't know if they must be in the ground or what, but they have been here for several years, and they make these little tiny holes. And that is one of them right there. They jump, so if I can kill it, that'd be great. But they normally jump. And yeah. So I need to figure out how to get rid of those. And I have to fix this raised bed. This is only fencing, like cedar fencing. Not a long-term solution. It was best I could do in a pinch. Gosh, I know I have 2 cherries and an heirloom super beefsteak wait, that's super beefsteak. I think this is the heirloom from Margaret. That's the yellow pear, so I consider that a cherry. Brandywine, that one my mom grew. And the super beefsteak. This guy is Roma from the nursery. And this is a cherry. Sweet 100 from the nursery. And what's this guy? Oh, okay, purple calabash. Also from the nursery, from Bremerton City Nursery. They're flowering. I mean, it is late June, but if I wouldn't have bought tomatoes this big, there would be no way that they'd be close to flowering, because you can see my little baby one that I started. So Washington State has needed the help of greenhouses this year, big time. And then my last bed has more strawberries and squash. And then I've got a couple raspberries in pots, red raspberries, currants, and blueberries on the other side of the hog wire that's laying there. And this, I have not had any raised support in this bed the whole season, and my dog has run through there so many times because he can go right up to the upper yard from there if the hog wire's not in the way. And he just, I mean, you can see how deep his paws are. His paw marks are so devastating to little plants. He trampled through there so many times, and I've had to come out and baby those little tiny plants that my daughters and I planted the day before Mother's Day. And this originally had, I think I planted, I don't know, 14 sweet corn, and only 2 came up. And then I planted more, and still just have those 2. And then there's some strawberries once I covered them. And there's borage and cilantro. And this is supposed to be corn, but it's not happening. it's not gonna happen with just 2 either. So that's sad. And I planted twice. My daughter planted them once, I planted them another time. Sunflowers along here, like the big giant ones, and either the birds are eating them, the squirrels are eating them, something is eating them, and I find they just bite the top off, or eat the inside, like once it's sprouted. Yeah, it's really frustrating. But you know, the ecology is happy. This currant is gonna be ripe pretty soon. There's already orange berries, but I don't know what's wrong with it. Obviously it has some kind of yellow spot situation on the leaves. And I have one baby currant plant down there. Boop. It's a volunteer, so that's nice. The birds really eat a lot of them. And actually this year, I didn't even look to see if we got any Rainier cherries from the tree up here, because the birds and the raccoons eat them. Oh, snake. Okay, let's see if there's any Rainier cherries. So they're still not ripe. There's a few left on the tree. That's the tree that I want to commandeer. This one though, yeah, not even close to ripe. June 19th, not even close. Like they're hard as a rock and green still. Wow. Usually the raccoon eats them really early, but not this early. They're not even close to being at all sweet. So this is it's still pretty loaded with cherries. Yeah. If you can see that. Something's eating them though. Picking off one of them.